name is Stephanie.
My name is Vanya Pettigrew.
My name's Chizo.
I'm Daphne.
I hate violence. I hope it changes. I hope everyone just can love each other and just everyone be happy.
My definition of violence, I just think of something horrible, painful, malicious, mean and ugly.
So for me, what comes to mind is media violence. And I remember when my son was an infant, I went to buy some baby bottles at, I think it was called People's back then. And next to the baby bottles, they had little plastic squirt guns. And I had this little cognitive dissonance in my head. Here I have this tiny little baby, and there's baby bottles, and then there's squirt guns. So I was like, what's with that? And as he would get older, I kept seeing how all these little violent images and toy playthings was sold to him. And so even though I was trying to have this really protective, PC kind of, organic environment for my little boy, I felt like he was going to get sucked into this culture of violence that I didn't like at all. And
I grew up in the inner city of North Philadelphia, and it's a very difficult area, low income, a lot of crime, a lot of violence. I grew up around deaths and, just a lot of negative things.
Oh, my father, who's been through so much been through a genocide and been through such brutal stuff in his life.
I think what gives me hope is forgiveness. When I see people who may have been hurt badly, but in the end they still have the heart to forgive those who have done something wrong against them, they still find it in their heart to still forgive them, despite everything that they've done to them, even though it's something that may be really hard. I think that's really important, since I think people may want to feel like they have to take revenge on something that someone committed against them. They feel like the only way to solve the problem is to get revenge on that person. I do think that if people do find it in their heart to forgive people, that it makes it easier for people not to be able to relate to other people easier, and also for everyone to be just better people.
Looking, I think, for Congress to do something feels hopeless at the moment, but working at a local level, with teens like we are here, I think that's something I can do and feel good about. And just working with young people to try to change the future, because I think those people running the country now are possibly beyond hope. So that's what I decided for myself, was to try to get involved with a local grassroots group and try to make change that way, as opposed to my previous younger version was, I'm going to change the whole world, I'm going to change violence in America. Well, that didn't work out too well.
I had an older sibling, my older brother, and many people don't know this, but my older brother, he was actually a recording artist. He was very famous and very popular in the 90s. He was on Capitol Records, and so he was hope for me, because I saw him leave. I saw him, travel the world. I saw him win music awards around the country, and I've seen, his songs translated into different languages. And so by me knowing someone who came from the same household, the same parents, leave, and that created hope for me. And so now that I've had an opportunity to leave, start my own business, and it's I feel the responsibility as an adult who experienced different, to be hope for maybe another young person that is from that same environment, or that same type of, my same street even.
Having a family and being together, I think this is number one thing in life. It's just his family and his friends and me, of course. I'm only child, so I'm sprinkled with love. So I'm always happy, because all I know is love.